Okay, the Phillies are 2 and back of the Mets for that seed. But they're firmly right now in the 4 seed, and they would play the Giants in the first round if the season ended today, which it won't. So there's a lot of room for jockeying back and forth. So let's take the pulse here of your Philadelphia Phillies and their fortunes. First of all, I believe that Dave Dombrowski needs to acquire an Alvarado type of lefty. Now, I'm not talking about a closer type of lefty. I'm talking about a high-velocity lefty. So there he can set his bullpen with that lefty, Strahm also as a lefty, Kerkering and Romano as the righties. To me, that could be enough to get through the whole thing if managed deftly. I had been on the side I need to acquire two relief pitchers. I think that's unrealistic. So if you give me a hard-throwing lefty, I can work with that. And sometimes I can close out games. If they have 2 left-handed hitters coming up in the 9th inning, I'll use that high-velocity lefty. I'll use Strahm earlier. I'll use Romano and Kerkering accordingly to get right-handers out until we get to the end. In which case, if there are 2 righties coming up and 1 lefty in the 9th, maybe I use Kerkering or Romano. So there's it is. You manage it deftly, you can get by. Now, the same question. Can you get by and get to a championship the way your left field and center field situation is currently with adding no one? Ray, I'll throw it to you. We're taking the pulse here.
No, I need another outfielder.
All right, you need a right-handed hitting outfielder to platoon with Kepler.
Correct.
Now, what are you going to do in center field? Are you platooning Marsh and Rojas?
If you end up getting the left fielder, I'm okay with letting those 2 just continue to platoon.
You are. Okay,
yes.
So you'll be okay if you got some right-handed pop to play left field, you'd be okay with the weakness of center field.
Yes. Make that fine. If you need one position here to be defensive-oriented, go right ahead, take that. Give me the one strong right-handed bat that can actually change this lineup night in and night out.
That's feel harder for a pulse. The Phillies will play the Giants in the first round. If the Phillies win that series, they would have the home games.
Yeah.
Phillies win that series.
Yeah.
Next, at the Mets.
No.
They don't win that series.
No.
Really. Even with their starting pitching, they would not beat the Mets in that NLCS.
I mean, the Mets pitching, I know a lot of people this weekend saying with the way things went against the Rays is starting to progress to what it actually is. They've been good in kind of surprising way that their starting pitching has been so far this season. They don't have the names that they've had or that the Phillies have here, but truthfully, they've been really impressive so far this season. And I look up and down that lineup, and they just have had the Phillies number over the last year. Like that to me right now, I was up there in New York for the first game of that 3-game set earlier in April, and they found ways to beat the Phillies. They did it in the postseason last year. They did it at the end of last season. I mean, ever since the kind of fortune flipped at that double play in London last year, it seems like the Mets have kind of had the number on the Phillies. That's why I'm excited for this weekend, because I'm hoping the fortunes change. But at this moment, I think I would only be talking myself through Phillies colored glasses if I think that they would beat them in a playoff series.
Okay. All right. So here are the questions on the board right now. If you add an Alvarado-type lefty in the bullpen, is that enough? Number 2, the left field center field situation as currently as it is currently, is that enough? Or 3, adding a right-handed hitter to play left field opposite Kepler, is that enough? Those are the questions. You have to have all 3 of those, or you eliminate 2 with 3.
I need the bullpen
to make
help.
it enough. You're saying it is enough.
I need the bullpen help. I need the left field help.
Okay. So the Alvarado-type lefty, are you on board with that?
My issue is who's going to be available as the left-hander that fills that Alvarado role.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's Dave Dombrowski's job, and they're not paying me to figure that out.
Which is fair.
Yes.
Totally understand that. If they find a right-hander that is not like platoon-level splits where the difference is between they pitch to righties and lefties, who is, again, I keep going back to the Bautista well here. He's just the name that's popped up the most here. Like, he's a guy that basically his numbers this year are the same righties, lefties. And he throws around 100. Like, if they get me a flamethrower that's right-handed, I'm not going to sit here sobbing over it.
I suppose it's a Aroldis Chapman as the left-handed that you acquire.
Yeah. I have a little bit of cause for caution. Just he's 37. He's got a lot of innings on his arm. I understand he's throwing hard right now. I wonder.
Very limited role we're using him. He's that guy that gets a couple outs against lefties. Might be the closer. Might be in the eighth.
I get it. It's not. I don't think it'll be that limited come postseason time. I think I have PTSD from the way things went in the second half with Kimbrel when he was a guy in his late 30s.
I get it. So you're telling me Aroldis Chapman would not push you over the top?
If they end up getting Aroldis Chapman, I'm going to sit here and say their bullpen's better.
Okay. Is it good enough?
It depends what they do with the lineup.
We're trying to get conclusions here.
Well, it depends what I told
That's
you.
why
I
I'm
need
taking
two
the
things.
pulse for conclusions.
I need two things.
Yes.
I need something in the outfield, and I need a bullpen pitch. If I get both of those, I'll feel pretty good.
Okay. So that's what we're giving you that, folks. We're giving you the bullpen guy, one guy, and we're giving you the right-handed hitter. Is that enough for you to think the Phillies can win a World Series? Those are the questions. We'll take your calls and your text feedback at 610-632-0975. Ray right now has the Phillies beating the Giants but not beating the Mets. Would those additions be able to beat the Mets? The Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Fanatic Sports Update.
I'm straight for the Phillies. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Mick Abletal's 5 innings of 1-run ball, and both Trey Turner and Max Kepler hit home runs for the Phillies as they knocked off the Marlins 5-2 for their 5th consecutive win. Alec Boehm drove in 2 runs and had his 5th multi-hit game of his last 7 games. Orion Kerkering picked up the first save of his career with a 1-2-3 9th inning, and the Phillies entered tonight now within 2 games of the Mets in the National League East. Jesus Luzardo going about against Cal Quantrill at 6:10 tonight down there in Miami. Elsewhere last night in the sports world, NBA Finals Game 5, you heard it on these airwaves. The Thunder with a big 120-109 win. Big night for Jalen Williams. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander also going 30-plus points once again as the Thunder take a 3-2 series lead over the Pacers and now have a chance to close it out in Game 6. This update is brought to you by Batteries Plus. Remember when you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They still exist at Batteries Plus. Their expert knowledge on batteries will have you on your way and good to go in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for NBA Finals action, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out our video. If you want more from the Mike Missanelli Show, somewhere on this screen, there is somewhere where you can hit the playlist. Keep interacting with us.